Hey, hello everyone. So this is Xiaolei, CTO and co-founder of Xnergy. So before I start, maybe I introduce a little bit about Xnergy, who we are. So Xnergy is a Singapore-based deep tech energy-related startup. We sprung off from NTU since the year of 2018. So we are specializing in providing energy solutions for robotics and autonomous um, mobilities. So we are very specialized in wireless charging, and we headquartered in Singapore. We have a regional office in Suzhou, China. At the moment, we also have a sales office in Europe, Korea, and now we are expanding to the United States. Now we have already been adopted by more than 100 mobile robots companies in more than 35 different countries. So what we believe is really in the future that in the new era of robots, that there will be a very safe and hassle-free way to charge the robots. So it's just like the human breathes the air. And our mission is really to set the gold standards for charging the robots. Now we have already served more than 40 plus industries, and we have done millions of successful charges. So before we dive in deep of what Synergy can offer and how this can help to accelerate the adoption rate of robots, let's look about today's landscape about the robots. So for the past decades, actually the robotics market grows more than 20% year by year. And by some of the research, this global robotics market is projected to reach US 200 billions by 2030. So if you look at a little bit at the history, so the robots automation start from the factories and those logistic warehouses. But as of today, we can also see those robots running around us. So, for example, in Singapore, we can see that there are security robots running in the shopping malls, and also those vacuum robots running in the airports. So, early of this year, Tesla also launched this Optimus, and other OEMs they have their own version. But as of today, actually, there are still a few challenges when we design the robots, especially for energy solutions. So number one is the high power consumption. So a lot of these components inside the robots, actually, they consume a lot of power. And this will also relate to the batteries. So we have the limitations of the batteries. Well, this is about uptime of the robots. But the most important thing is that now we is still lacking of the infrastructure to charge the robots. So it's important that we have solutions to charge the robots. At the moment, the way of charge robots and also autonomous vehicles is still mainly based on contact chargers. So as what we can see in this photo is an example of a contact charger. So there are still a few issues about these contact chargings. So first is the safety. Because of contact charger has exposed metal, so it cannot really get rid of the risk of electric shock. So second is that when the robot is charging, especially it's running a high current, when it's trying to move away for whatever the reason is, so it may create an electrical arc, and this also may create a fire hazard. So contact charger also results in a high maintenance because of this exposed metal. So there's always oxidation. So if there is no regular maintenance, so it will cause the contact resistance of these two metal increase. So most of the time, this will increase failure of charge, and sometimes this will even create overheats of the contact. Because of all these reasons, we believe wireless charging is really the best for robots, and this also can make charging the robots really as effortless as human breathe the air. So as of Synergy, I will dive in a little bit deeper to show you guys what is the products that we have and how this can cover the applications of robots. So actually, we have a wide product range that can cover different power levels and different applications for the robots, as low as around 600 watts. For example, those robotic dogs. So we also have products that can cover 1 kilowatt to to 2 kilowatts. This is mainly to cover those last mile deliver robots or these Kiva type robots running in the warehouse. So if you need autonomous forklift or other heavy vehicles, we also have solutions between 3 kilowatts to 9 kilowatts. So we also have solutions for autonomous vehicles and buses. So this can go up to 22 kilowatts. In terms of the product features, so for wire charger, actually, essentially is a safe solutions because it doesn't really have exposed metal, and this technology is based on magnetic coupling. So we don't have we don't have the risk of electric shock, and we are certified by TUSU and or UL, this kind of accredited certification house. So second, because of it doesn't really have exposed metal, so you don't have to maintain the contact. So it's totally maintains free for wire charging. And also it's very versatile. You can use in indoor environments or outdoor environments, and it also can be implemented in those harsh environments. So the last but not the least, wire charging is a true universal charging because we use the same transmitter, and then the same transmitter can be used for different type of receivers. So for the receivers, we can charge 24-volt batteries or 48-volt batteries or 72-volt batteries or any other voltages. And also it's a battery type agnostic, which means it can be used for lithium-ion batteries, lead-acid batteries, or any other type of batteries. So we also support multiple communication protocols like Modbus, CAN open, or I/O. So basically, you can really change your currents or voltage join in a real-time manner, or you can use predefined charging profiles. So now I'm going to show you guys a video to have a better demonstration of how this technology can be used in factories or logistic warehouses. As you can see in this video, actually, the wire charger solutions actually can be used for different type of robots, and for different type of batteries, different type of robots, actually you can use the same transmitter to charge. So this is really a universal charging, and we can achieve a wide gap. So means this actually provides a higher tolerance for the robots. Even you can't really park very accurately, you still can get charged. So at the same time, you can also achieve opportunity charging, which means that you can actually deploy the transmitter along your production line. You can break the charging time into pieces, which also means that you can actually achieve a zero downtime for the robots. So our designs actually is also can go in a very modular way, which means that if you want to scale up the power, so we can just simply use multiple modules. We also provide turnkey solutions. Instead of just transmitter modules, you can actually get these turnkey solutions. Later, I will dive deeper for this part. Okay. So, in summary, actually, wire charging can be used for multiple applications: industry, medical, logistics, service, security, any other applications. So, in terms of the robot design and deployments, especially for this energy topic, so we think that there are three topics that are very important, and is most of the time our customers ask us. So number one is definitely the safety. So we want to have the products certified, and also want to cover all the global standards. So this is what Xnergy can offer. So all our products are certified, and we have all the major certifications globally. Second is the time, the time to the market. We want the best time to launch the market is always yesterday. And we wish that our products can have a very shortened time to go to the market. The last one is really the scalability. When we design one solutions, we want this to cut across all our platforms, so we can reuse the design. So in terms of the safety, normally and safety and standards, right? So normally we are looking at least three parts. So one is the safety. So for the safety parts, we are looking, we comply to EN 62368, which is the safety for communication equipments and industrial equipments. It covers electrical, thermal, and mechanical. So we also, most of the time people have these concerns about the electrical magnetic fields exposures from well charger. So for this part, we comply to EN 62311. So for this part, I will dive deeper in my next slides. Another part, of course, is the EMC. So for our solutions, actually for the RF parts, we follow EN 300328. And for the imaging and the immunity parts, we follow CISP11 or CISP32 and EN 301489, and of course FCC for North America. So let's talk about the safety of chargers. So when we talk about the electrical magnetic field strengths, right? So we most of the time there are two categories. One is the ionizing radiations. The other part is the ionizing radiations. So for ionizing radiation, we're talking about the X-ray. So it really depends on of the frequency of the signals. So for while charging, for the technology that we use actually is based on non-ionizing radiations. We are using about around 100 kilohertz. So it's pretty much like your other electronics and power supplies. The closest one maybe is induction cooker. So I don't think anyone has really have a lot of concerns about induction cooker. So for this non-ionizing radiation, actually there is an organization called International Commission for Non-Ionizing Radiation Protections. They released this guidance in 1998. So they update this guidance in the year of 2010 and 2020. Basically, they relax the limitations because throughout all the studies, they find out actually for this lower frequency radiations doesn't really harm the human body. But for the standard I mentioned before, which is the EN 62311, actually follows the IGNIP 1998 standards. For us, as Xnergy, we also follow the most stringent one, which is the IGNIP 1998. So talk about go-to-market strategy. So we actually provide the core modules for well chargers, including the receivers modules and also the transmitter modules. You can just use this for your applications directly, so nothing else is needed. But if you want to have something looks nicer, or you want to integrate HMI or some LED towers, then you can actually, and you don't really have the time to build your own solutions, you can always come to us for turnkey solutions. So at the left side, actually we have the portable briefcase solutions. So it's really very versatile. You can just, and it's also flexible. So you can deploy these transmitters as any place that you like, and you can move this easily. So if you would like to have something more stationary, then you can consider the cabinet. We can also provide a reference design for our customers if they want to build their own cabinet solutions or charging station solutions. So another part that most of our customer will ask us is about the efficiency. But let me clarify here. Actually, when we talk about the efficiency, there will be two efficiency. One is the charging efficiency. The other one is the energy efficiency. For the charging efficiency, most of the time people refers to if I have a misalignments, I can't really come to be in the most optimal range, then well, the output power or output current drop. So the answer is no. So for Synergy products, let's say if you are in the charging zone that we give in our data sheets, then we can actually guarantee you a full uh, output power and currents, which also means that you have 100% charging efficiency. So your charging current and charging power doesn't really change versus the L gap or distance or alignments. So another part is the energy efficiency. So in the past, people always have this impression that well, charger has a lower efficiency, which is not true according to what we tested for our latest Phoenix series. So we can see that the charging efficiency can go up to 90% at different distances. Of course, as a general tips, if you come too close, if this receiver and the transmitter comes too close, then the efficiency actually is slightly lower. If you go the most further away, so your efficiency also drop. So if you can keep your the receiver in the optimal distance, then we can achieve the optimal energy efficiency. And from here, we can see that achieve as a different L gap, the efficiency, energy efficiency doesn't really change that much. And even at different power level, the efficiency actually is quite constant. So in the end, uh, we are still expanding. So if you are really passionate about design the cutting edge technologies in terms of engineering, please join us. So we also have openings for solutions, sales in Singapore, China, Korea, and Japan. We are also expanding to US. So if you are interested, don't hesitate. Please drop us an email or message. Please follow us on LinkedIn. Thank you.